do another all signs reading. Get on with the day. Channel some different energy. What else are we channeling? I'm feeling pumped. I don't know. I just feel like some good fucking shit's about to go down. So, I don't know. I know Mercury retrograde is full blast right now, but you know, Mercury retrograde is beautiful. Takes the mask off people. Shows what they're really made of. It's a great time. Whatever these challenges are during this time, it's all for the betterment of your life. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Alright? Sometimes the unknown is scary, but not as scary as staying stuck, right? Staying right where you're at. So let's see what the unknown is bringing to the table. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Wands in reverse. Knight of Pentacles is the only knight not moving, right? He's all dressed up, ready to go. Looks all prepped and ready, but he's not moving, right? So I feel like you've been waiting on something that hasn't come through, right? Could be news with the Page of Wands. It could be a truth, could be something. But it's like you're waiting on something that just hasn't happened. Waiting on, could be hearing back from a job, a person, whatever. Let's find out. So why haven't you heard? Why haven't you gotten this offer or heard back on this? Let's talk about that. It's often a question I don't hear tarot readers ever ask, and sometimes that's the best question. Why? Why isn't this coming through for you? Two of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands. Alright, maybe you wanted to get back with the old ex, right? I'm seeing Two of Cups in reverse is a breakup, right? Queen of Wands. It could be a partnership severance also, if it's like a business partnership or whatever. Queen of Wands, though, is like showing me that you're out here living your truth and just trying to like get by on your own truth, on your own, you know, life here. So maybe you were hoping that they would come back, I'm gonna tell you, I never advise for you to get back with your ex. It broke up for a reason, right? If you really want to relive some karmic ass shit, go relive some karmic ass shit. But I don't think that's what you need, right? It's like you're waiting on something that just doesn't work like that. What is in the cards for you? Why is this not working, right? There's something more for you. You know what? I'm going to interject here, actually. Because sometimes we wait on people, or we're hopeful for people. We stay faithful to people who aren't faithful to us, whatever. And that shit can be in vain. Why are you trying to force a round peg in a square hole? Like, why are you trying to force something that doesn't fit to work, right? And how I feel about it is if there's any pushing or persuasion that needs to happen, then it ain't right. Right? The things that are right flow pretty organically, pretty naturally. It's not like this, The Fool in reverse is advising you not to take action towards a past person. That would be foolish. The Six of Wands, I do see that you either are about to, or you are like somebody who's in the public eye, somebody who gets a lot of recognition. People look up to you. People, I feel like you're hung up on an energy when you don't see that better is to come. You might have admirers, I'm seeing her kind of fixated on the one here. Well, there's all these others right behind her head, It's like she's just fixated on this one. But there's more for you, right? That's what I'm seeing. Six of Wands could mean that you have, a reason that certain things don't work out for you in the way that they work out for other people, right? Sometimes your purpose is a little bigger than that. I tried my hand at relationships for quite a while before I finally realized that I'm really meant to work alone, right? I'm really meant to operate alone. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be, And life is kind of beautiful without somebody. I'm just being real. It's kind of fucking beautiful. Eight of Wands in reverse is telling you that you need stillness right now. I feel like you're trying to move on something, or trying to move quickly into your next phase, but it's really telling you that you need stillness, right? So meditation would be good. Some quiet days. Some of those days where you just lay and listen to music, or draw, do something, but do it by yourself. I feel like you're really being called to learn to enjoy your own company right now. When you enjoy your own company, you don't even need a TV on, right? Like, I don't even watch TV. When I'm alone, I'm like, we having a whole party. let me just get the coffee going, the music blasting, Like, I make having time alone very fun, right? And I feel like you're being called to do something very similar to that, It's gotten to the point where I enjoy my time alone so much that everything else is deeply, inconvenient. I have like 2 friends that I hang out with regularly. And that's that, that's just where I'm at in life. But being alone a lot is fucking nice. Enjoying your own company is fucking nice. Not needing validation from somebody else is fucking nice. Look at me, guys. Got my hair all mess. No makeup on. Got my PJs on. And guess what? I don't give a fuck about what y'all think about it. I don't give a fuck. That's the beauty of being alone. You ain't got nobody to impress except yourself. And I'm impressing myself every day, right? With the little shit, Like, I cook something for myself and I'm like, did it. Slay. Whatever. Being alone is really a blessing. And I feel like it's so underrated, It's like everyone's always looking for partnerships or to be validated by another, for somebody else to throw their love at, right? And, it's crazy. When you throw your love at yourself, you don't feel jealous. You don't compare yourself to anybody. You don't need validation from other people. You start getting real picky about the energy you even want to have sex with, right? Like, celibacy is fucking nice too, because, when you understand the act of sex and what that does is you're inviting their energy into your body, whether you're male or female. When you have sex with somebody, you invite their energy into your body. And think about the person that you want to be banging. Is that an energy you want to sit in? Do you want to be in their mindset? You want to be where they're at mentally? Because you might love them, but you also might not want their mindset in your skull, Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're healing from something pretty fucking intense, man. And right now, I think you really need to give yourself a chance. A chance to experience yourself. Like, really. The whole fucking thing. It's nice. It was hard as fuck. My first year, really, being alone, really focusing on myself. Some days I would just sit on my back porch and smoke a lot of weed and just think, right? I'd be listening to music and I would just think. And it was hard, because I couldn't get that stillness. I couldn't get my brain to shut up. I was like, fuck, why? Because something needed to be heard. Sometimes the uncomfortable shit that we've been repressing needs to be heard. Maybe you need to grab a journal and really be like, what the fuck am I feeling? Like, what is going on underneath the surface here? Why do I struggle to be by myself? Why, why? That's, the most important shit is asking yourself why. I think that's something that we were trained out of as kids, because parents don't want to hear why. I'm a teacher, I work with kids, and I'm telling you now, why is the best question, right? It's the best question. How is the second. Why and how are two of my favorite questions to be asked, because that shows me that somebody really wants growth, right? They really want to expand their worldview. When you're feeling some kind of way, don't try to shut down your feeling. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? Why do certain people trigger me in certain ways? Why do I feel like I need another person in my life? Look at them. They all have anxiety. They're all freaking out over trivial ass bullshit. Do you really want that energy in your skull? You know? And it sucks. Sometimes you could really, really like somebody and be like, they're not healed enough yet. They ain't there yet. And sometimes you have to realize that about yourself. That you're not healed enough yet. You're not there yet. You're still reeling from whatever transpired in the past. I see that. Still hoping for some closure or something. Maybe not even closure. Hoping to reopen. Right? But you're better off keeping doors shut when they shut. Seven of Cups. What you're not seeing right now is you got options. Right? Like I said about these admirers. It's not like this is the only energy in the world for you. There's like 8 billion people on this planet. And I guarantee you, this motherfucker who put you in a negative headspace, that triggered you, that put, that made you feel the way that you're feeling right now, they're not the best case scenario for you, right? It's just the best that you know so far, right? You don't know. You could meet somebody completely different. Honestly, that's something like I have done in the past. Like, tried dating somebody completely outside of my type. Because I've noticed that when I chase my type, I end up with people who are not really my type, they're just fitting into a mold of what I thought was, but the connection lacks, They can check off every box on the list, but if there's no connection there, if you don't feel like, sometimes it's better to go for the fucking dorky ass funny person, the one that's not, like, according to your type, right? I'm not gonna say, have standards, obviously, but don't make your standards so physical, right? Your standards should be real emotional and real mental. Like, they need to be over their past. Like, they need, like, honesty is a virtue, people who can be open and honest with you. Somebody that you feel immediately like you can talk to them about anything and it's a safe place, right? Like, raise your standards, right? In regards to their character. Who the hell are they? Are they emotionally and mentally mature enough to handle you? Like, if you were to accidentally get pregnant or knock them up, whatever the scenario is, would you be cool with that? Right? Would you be cool with their mindset raising your child? Right? Because these are some questions that we don't ask ourselves that often. And those are the important ones to ask yourself. Because, you can end up in a real shitty situation where you've got somebody with a whack-ass mindset raising your kid with you. And just spreading hate and bullshit into your kid's mind. And what do you get to do about that? Nothing, because it's their kid too. So, And if kids ain't in the card for you, are you cool with talking to them constantly? Are you cool with being around their energy constantly? Like, do they make you feel isolated and alone in their presence, right? There are certain things that you need to really confront about your feelings and make sure that you're addressing the right things, that your standards are in the right things. Not like your standard shouldn't be, he has to be 6 feet tall with blue eyes and like, no. Because I tell you what, one of the best relationships I ever had was with a guy that was like maybe max 5'6", like I'll tell you what, funniest motherfucker I ever knew. And fuck, we're still homies to this day. Like, that's the beauty of like good fucking relationships, is even if it doesn't work out, there's still connection. There's still like, you have respect for them. You still care about them. You're like, I want to see them do well in life because they're good fucking people, even if it didn't work out for whatever reason. Sometimes we get so rigid on the physical and you don't realize that you're almost 100% energy. Between every atom in your body is energy, and it's the glue holding you together, right? And it's like, it's not the meat suit that fucking matters. It's the character underneath it, right? It's who the fuck, like, and how your soul feels in their presence means a lot. If you feel comfortable, if you feel safe, if you feel like you can really open up and vent about what bothers you without being shut down, and you can like, those are important factors, and take your time with yourself too. Take your time with your healing. There's no fucking rush on that. Like, everyone's in such a hurry to settle down and stop their life, hit the destination. And it's like, it's not about the destination. The destination means the end, right? The end of the road. It's not about the destination. It's not about the end of the road. It's about the road, right? It's about the journey. It's about the experiences you gather along the way. Like, everyone's in such a fucking hurry for instant gratification, and it's not that gratifying because you didn't take your time to smell the roses, right? And with Mercury retrograde, guess what? The first thing we do is think about our exes. The first thing. That's the nature of the thing. We seek out what's familiar, unresolved past, all that shit. First thing we do is think about those motherfuckers. Some of us are lucky and have really good exes, right? Doesn't mean that they were great for us and that we should go back to them, right? Because if it ended for a reason. And sometimes we romanticize people and we forget why it ended, and we're like, wait a second, but I love their company. I love being around this person. How could I ever? You did break up with them before, or they broke up with you before, because there's something lacking, right? Something lacking. Whack-a-lacking. Slacking and lacking. Slay or nay. That's my slay or nay. They either gotta slay hard or nay. They gotta be, the whole package for you, right? Because that's not unrealistic to ask for or to want. It's not unrealistic. But if you want the whole package, guess what? You gotta be the whole package. You attract what you are. If you're already whole, you're gonna find a whole ass person. If you're not broken and you're over your past and you can go through a day without talking or thinking about your ex, guess what? You're getting there. You're making progress. But like, you don't want somebody hung up on their ex, do you? And so energetically right now, you might attract in people who are in that same energy as you, right? And so get yourself to better energy, right? Get yourself to energy that's okay with being alone. Energy that's okay with chilling by yourself, you know, doing the whole shit. It's fucking nice. One of my favorite things to do is going on a nice Sunday morning, grabbing my laptop, and, you know, going down to the fucking cafe and just writing, right? Take myself on a coffee date and just write. And it's not anything too extra. It's not crazy. It's not, you know, it's impulsive. I have to tell you, it is impulsive. Like, what random ass person is like waking up at like the butt crack of dawn on Sunday and like, I'm gonna take myself out on a writing date. I'm gonna write all day. You know, like, you know, sometimes like just those little sporadic, little, you know, spontaneous moments that you give yourself in your single season can be such a blessing for you, right? And you don't even realize, and it's something only you can give to you. Somebody else can't offer you that same experience, right? Or when you go to a restaurant, go to like the nicest one or whatever, you know, if you can afford it, whatever. But like, you know, go somewhere that you've always wanted to eat, that you've always wanted to go on a date to or whatever, and fucking dress up nice and take yourself. Don't look at your phone, right? Don't look at your phone one fucking time. You sit there, enjoy your meal, enjoy that time, enjoy people watching, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. People are going to be watching you for sure, right? Because it's weird when for them. They're like, you know, like I remember once I went to this restaurant downtown, really fucking like nice little downtown spot, and I was like, I would like to just go on a date there, but I'm not gonna wait for somebody else to go. So yeah, I just got all ready and I went, and I, you know, people looked at me like, oh, she got stood up, you know, and I could tell the sorrow in their eyes, like, oh, poor thing. And I'm just like sitting there mowing down on some fucking pasta, you know, and I'm like, this is what it's about for me, just enjoying that. When you need somebody else to enjoy your life, you're not really enjoying life. Right? We were born into this world without a motherfucker on our arm. Why do we need a motherfucker on our arm to go enjoy life, you know? Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles comes after the Eight of Pentacles. And I'm really feeling like this work hard, play hard energy, right? Put in your work. Do the shit, you know? Focus on what is important. And when I say put in the work, it's like if you have a natural talent or hobby, something that's, you know, really fucking cool to you, dive deep into that, you know? Allow yourself that. It's, sorry, I'm getting a download as I'm speaking. You have something that nobody else in the world, nobody else can offer the world, right? And maybe you put this on the back burner because you needed a job, you needed to pay bills, you needed to focus on life, you got into relationships and it took all your focus, right? And right now you're being called to refocus, right? Right now you're being called for a season alone. And it's not a bad season. This is going to be a season of greatness for you, right? This is where you reach your next level. And it's not saying forever alone. Okay, it's not saying that. It's a season alone. Like, some time to yourself. And by the time, you know, love finds you, because I feel like it will, by the time that happens, you're going to be so good by yourself that it's going to be just icing on the cake. You know, it's not the whole cake itself. You know? And sometimes, I mean, cake is bomb as fuck with or without icing, right? I can enjoy a cake without icing, right? And you should too. You shouldn't be like, I'm only going to eat cake if it has the icing on it. You know? I'm only going to enjoy life if I have somebody on my arm. No. Go enjoy life. And then if the icing shows up, then enjoy that too, you know? But like, come on. Like, have you ever tried strawberry cake without ice cream? Or ice cream, without icing or ice cream, okay? Without any extra shit. Strawberry cake by itself is the best fucking shit I've ever had, right? You put the icing on it, and it's great, but it doesn't change the fact that it's the best fucking shit that I've ever had, you know? Like, even without the icing. Like, I love strawberry fucking cake. It's good. Go make yourself a strawberry cake. Put no icing on it and watch yourself enjoy that. Like, freaking, you can, like, ball it up, make it into a little snowman, then eat it, whatever. Without the icing, you can do a lot more to the cake, can't you? Right? That's another thing. You can mold it into the shape you want. You can make little cake pops, you know, whatever. Cake pops are even better because they use chocolate, melted chocolate, instead of icing. So, you know, I mean, decide, do you even want icing at all? You know, that's, it's like, you know, eating a sundae. Like, a sundae is perfectly great without fucking peanuts on it, but it's better with peanuts. You know, like, well, I wouldn't even say that. It's great either way, right? And that's the way life should be. Like, not better, just great either way. Not better in your single season than it is in your together season, you know? The world in reverse. So, you're really struggling with closing out this cycle, and maybe you need to revisit that cycle a couple times before you get it. But with the Ace of Swords, I do see you, like, standing your ground, right? I do see you having a breakthrough. I do see you understanding. And if you're feeling bored and alone, go outside. There's like a million people out there. Like, every time I go outside, I'm like, holy fuck, this world is getting crowded. Like, I used to be able to walk down the street and not see anybody, and now it's like fucking a million people. Like, if you're bored and alone, go outside. The problem is you're stuck inside. We're not actually meant to live inside all the time. We're meant to sleep inside. Go to the fucking park. Get your steps in. You know, do something for yourself. You could also, like, go take, like, self-defense classes or something, you know, do something productive for yourself, something that makes you feel proud of yourself, accomplished in some way, you know, do something that you ain't never done before. There's an axe throwing place, right, like, a few blocks away from where I'm at now, and all I can think is, I cannot wait to go take myself to go learn how to throw some fucking axes, right? I'm gonna be like a Viking goddess, just, you know, whatever. But, like, you know, find cool things that you want to experience, that you want to try. You don't need another person for that. And there might be cutie McBooties out there. And how are you going to be able to get your flirt on if you're stuck with a guy from the past, right? or girl from the past, whatever. Embrace the fact that you can get your flirt on now, okay? There ain't nothing wrong with that. Chariot in reverse. Like I said, you're being called to stillness. Which is funny, because a lot of the times I get, like, messages of, oh, it's time to move on something. But you're being called to not move on something, right? You're being called to be still, you know, enjoy this season. investigate. Look closely. Ask questions. Think before acting. Right? Investigating is also like, it's like we were talking about before. Like, make sure that somebody's on par with you before you go mixing your energy with them, right? Like, make sure that this is something that you want to entertain. Make sure that it's something that's not going to make your life a living hell, right? I feel like also this is why it's telling you to hold back on trying to take action right now, because you really need to think that through. You could face a lot of like unnecessary pain by trying to open up doors that were closed to you, you know? It's not impossible, but it's not advised either. Moksha of Kali. Relief shall come swiftly. Soon you will see things differently. You are going to be liberated from the struggle you are currently experiencing. Be true to yourself and your life path, and you will attract the way forward. You will overcome all opposition and be released into improved circumstances, and be supported to bring your sacred path to fruition. So yeah, with that being said, I'm just gonna leave this here. I really like this though. I feel like this is a solid reading. It is a love reading. So love yourself. Hey, that's what I'm hearing. I'm sorry. But it is a love reading. It's a self-love reading. It's a reading that you're trying to invest too much of yourself into shitty people. And you're accepting shitty love because you don't think highly enough of yourself, right? Because if you did, you wouldn't allow certain things to transpire in your life. You wouldn't allow abuse. You wouldn't allow disrespect. You wouldn't allow emotional neglect. You wouldn't allow any of that, right? And the only reason you ever have is because you felt something lacking within yourself. And it's not that something's lacking, because nothing's lacking. The problem is you're not spending time with yourself to see what you're not lacking, right? Sometimes you really need that time alone to really see what you're not lacking. But yes, I think that will do. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.